banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Third and goal, Jackson. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow, eluding the pressure right. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
A carry here for the big tight end. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
it. Hey, what we got? Do your thing. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Let's do it. Don't stop that motor.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. (7-7) our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Jackson going to hold on to it again. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson going to run, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jackson, option right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Playmaker, step up right there. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop us. And I've seen that play a couple of times already. All right, guys, all right. Do your thing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 29, Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From midfield now, Burrow finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. Come on, time to play.
From the 41, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Get something together. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. Here we go.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here. And a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
That's what it is, baby. Let's do this, man. It's showtime, baby. You got boys. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. It's one play at a time, baby.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And just a yard to go here on second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Burrow throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's Flowers.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Jackson now. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First down, here's Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. Got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Let's do this, man. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Dig down deep. That's right.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Dobbins trying the left side. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.